let's talk about this real quick, because no hate to this person. We kind of have this mental image in our head of society as state hospitals being creepy places. And for those of you who may be wondering, why do we keep saying state hospitals? In the state of Kansas, state hospitals are what we refer to institutions that are set up for people who are developmentally disabled, handicapped in some way, or are unable to take care of themselves. They're care facilities that are run by the state of Kansas for those individuals. Growing up, I spent a lot of time on the grounds of the Parsons State Hospital. And despite middle school students' best efforts, I have yet to be admitted to a mental hospital. I'm just going to take a moment to bask in that glory. Anyways, my father actually worked at the Parsons State Hospital for about 20 years. He retired from there a couple years ago. He was in charge of transportation there. So he was in charge of managing the fleet that the state hospital had, making sure cars were running, that kind of stuff. Growing up, I was actually enrolled in a daycare program they had for workers' children. I got a lot of good exposure through that to other people. And by other people, I mean those who were at a disadvantage to the rest of us, those who were suffering from mental handicaps or were admitted to state hospital. I also got to work at something that was called the Sunbelt Special Rodeo. It was an event put on for the clients of the state hospital where people came from all around the country to compete in rodeo events, and they did it right there in Parsons, Kansas. So we do have this image in our head of state hospitals being these old, creepy buildings with creaky floors where horrible things have happened, where in reality, they're places where people went to get help when there was no other help available. And sometimes that help wasn't the greatest. Sometimes the services that were provided weren't the services that were needed, and we as a society just thought that was the best place to put them. And that's not discounting that there aren't things that have happened there that are bad or good, and that there aren't creepy things that happen at these locations. But we do want to be careful, like painting that with that broad brush. So that's my PSA for today. And no, I have not been admitted to a mental institution. I have visited several times. Some of the people are really nice. I'll just put it that way. Have a good day, guys. We'll see y'all later.